Shalom, shalom, shalom. So I begin all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rukahak, Kodash. Yahweh is the Heavenly Father name. Yahweh Shai's only begotten Son's name. So the Heavenly Father's only begotten Son names are Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. I'm going to give a double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. You might learn this 100% truth from. Peace and salutations to the hopeful, elect, and the speckled birds that scattered to the four winds of the earth. So we all know we in these last days, we got to be aware of these false prophets, man. I've been seeing a lot of different clips here and there, like, man, people are truly bugged out. They want to be the man of the Lord, but they false. And only the ones that know that they're false are the ones that actually take the time to read and try to figure out what's going on. Everybody else lost in the sauce. So these false prophets, man, you gotta be aware of them. So I'm gonna read Matthew 7. We'll start at verse 15. And I'm gonna read it in the Good News as well. But start here in the KJV. Matthew 7 and 15. Beware of false prophets. See, beware of false prophets. You got to be on the lookout for false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing. They come to you looking like, hey, they're peaceful, they want to help, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Inside, they want to tear your ass apart. I'm going to continue on and come back. Verse 16, Matthew 7 and 16. Ye shall know them by their fruits. What does that mean? You should know by what the things that they do. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? No. Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. You see? Good tree is going to bring good fruit. And the good trees start with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. They bring in good fruit. Don't get me wrong, don't get it twisted. It's not all about, like, they all, but the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, they are the ones that have the 100% truth. The rest of these camps, they do not teach you or even lead you to the 100% truth. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be aware of these false-ass prophets. Verse 18, a good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. So if you're good, you can't do nothing evil, and if you're evil, you can't do anything good, pretty much. Verse 19, every tree that bringeth not good fruit is hewn down. So if you ain't even bringing in good fruit, hey, you're getting tossed, cut you down. You ain't no good. You're not bringing in good fruit. Get rid of it. And cast into the fire. Verse 20, wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them. By the work that they do, you should know who's a false prophet and who's not. Verse 21, not everyone that say, Lord, it's a lot again. Not everyone that say unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. You see that? You got to be doing the will of the Father, you false prophets. And I'm going to read this in the Good News translation, Matthew 7 and 15. Be on guard against false prophets. See, again, beware, be on guard. You got to be on the lookout. You got to keep the scopeo on these dudes. Matthew 7, 15 in the Good News translation. Be on your guard against false prophets. They come to you looking like sheep on the outside. See, they come up to you peacefully, Shalom, brother, shalom, brother. They all, trying to be all docile, like, yeah, I'm here with you for the cause. But on the inside, they are really like wild wolves. Inside, they just want to tear shit up. They want to devour you. Because you're a true prophet. They're a false prophet. And the false prophet won't get in, and then he will try to take over. All you gotta do is look at all these camps, man. These camps out here are bugged out. If you're not following the apostle and the elders of Great Millstone, they're bugged out. And the like-mind doctrine brothers, you're bugged completely out, man. Ain't no if and buts about it. And like don't get it wrong. I know it probably still some bug outs in GMS as well, but they have the 100% truth compared to the rest of these people in this world. Now back to Matthew 7 verse 16 in the Good News translation. You will know them by what they do. Once again, this is how you're going to know which tree is a good tree and which tree is a corrupt tree. Matthew 7 and 16. Good News translation. You will know them by what they do. Thorn bushes do not bear grapes, and briars do not bear figs. See? Boy. Thorns do not bear grapes. Hell no, they don't. Thorns will tear your ass up. Verse 17, Matthew 7:17 in the Good News translation. A healthy tree bears good fruit, but a poor tree bears bad fruit. So that's letting you know all these camps out here, they poor trees, man. They not by the water. They all up on top of some dry ass land, not getting no water, no sunlight. So they're not good fruit. You're supposed to be able to discern who is following the Heavenly Father Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and who's not. So let's read that again. Matthew 7 and 17. A healthy tree bears good fruit. So as long as we stay with this 100% doctrine and just keep these words to our best ability and not try to come up no other way. What did it say? A healthy tree bears good fruit. We're going to bear good fruit. But a poor tree bears bad fruit. And we see the purple group, the ISUPK, whatever. All these camps that's outside of the Great Millstone, the apostles and elders, they're poor trees. They're bearing bad fruit. They're trying to come up some other way. They're telling you everything opposite of what the Bible's telling you. Like the Charagma is not the M-A-R-K. It is. That's because they are bad fruit. The bad tree, they can't give good fruit. They are a poor tree. They don't have the light. So once again, Matthew 7 and 17 in the Good News translation. A healthy tree bears good fruit, but a poor tree bears bad fruit. Verse 18. A healthy tree cannot bear bad fruit. So if you're a healthy tree, you can't give off some fucked up shit. You are a healthy tree. That means you're doing to your best ability to follow Yahweh Shai. You're going to be a healthy tree. Continuing on, a poor tree cannot bear good fruit. As you see, the purple can, all these camps, they can't bear good fruit. They do got good fruit in their camp. They're hidden. But starting with their leadership, they're not bearing no good fruit. Verse 19. Matthew 7 and 19, Good News translation. And any tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. And what's that fire is coming? The nuclear missile. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing as a healthy tree, bringing forth fruit. Hey, you can be cast in the fire. Point blank period. So, verse 20. So then you will know the false prophet by what they do. And exactly, they don't teach the name. They don't go into prophecy. They don't tell you to look up words. So you should know the tree by its fruit. Verse 21. And this is what's going to happen to them. Matthew 7:21 in the Good News Translation. Not everyone who calls me Lord, Lord will enter into the kingdom of heaven, but only those who do what my Father in heaven wants them to do. And what's that? Follow his son. He wants us to follow his son. Follow the Lamb. You're not following the Lamb. You're following the false prophet. So, hope this was edifying to the hopeful elect. You gotta keep your eyes open, man. We're in the last days, man, last time. You ain't got time to be following these false prophets. So you gotta stick with the Apostle Elder Great Millstone and pray to the Heavenly Father to keep His Spirit on you. That's all. So I hope this was edifying to the hopeful elect. I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak, Kwadash. Double honors to the Apostle Elder Great Millstone, whom I learned is 100% truth from. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect and the speckled birds that scattered through the four winds of the earth. Until next time, I say shalom and stay away from the false prophets.